This is why you should always trust your gut. In the early 1970s, a college student decided to hitchhike his way home after class. A car pulls up, a man offers him a ride, and he climbs in. As soon as the car started moving, the student felt totally uneasy, like something was wrong but he couldn't quite place it. Without saying anything, he waited till the next time they slowed down and he flung the door open and ran away. 2 years later, he's flicking through TV channels when he comes across this special interview with a death row inmate. And it's just the audio recording, so he hears the interviewer ask the inmate, "Why did you remove all the door handles inside of your car?" The man just goes, "Well, the first time I tried to kill someone, I picked up a college hitchhiker who got smart at some point and jumped out of my car. So, lesson learned, remove all the door handles." When they showed his picture, the student knew immediately that he was supposed to be the first victim of John Wayne Gacy.
Here's a true story from Antarctica that has me asking a lot of questions. A naval flight engineer tells the story of his experience in McMurdo Station, Antarctica, around 1995. They fly this huge plane around the continent and do assignments like drop people off, pick people up, stuff like that. Whenever they would fly toward the pole, they would always get to the same spot called Beardmore Glacier. In this area and throughout the continent, it's so common to see flying circular craft flying up and down and in pairs all around them. During lunchtime, they would all have discussions about this, and one thing they all noticed was that these craft would never fly through the no-fly zone near Beardmore Glacier. They thought there was some sort of barrier or territorial agreement that they couldn't go there. One day there was a medical accident on the other side of the continent, and this crew realized that it would take them 6 hours to get to this man. The captain knew that flying through this no-fly zone would actually be faster than going around, so he asked why they couldn't fly through the zone. And the answer they got was that it was an air monitoring station. They concluded that they're high enough and that they wouldn't contaminate the air, so they decided to fly through this no-fly zone. So they're flying and they're all looking down. They look and they notice that there's this huge hole in the ice that was probably the size of a football field. It led deep under the ice. Of course, they were all mystified and they all had so much questions on what this hole was. They pick up this guy and they head straight back to McMurdo Station. As soon as they land, they're met with a guy in an all-black suit. Remember, this is Antarctica, so this must have been really important. The crew was told by this man, "What you saw at pole, you did not see. You do not talk about this because you never saw it." After much rumors, they realized what this thing could really have been. It is said that extraterrestrials and the government are working together within this hole as some sort of collaboration. Yo, we all know we've heard all the conspiracy theories talk about this Agartha theory and all this stuff, but after what this government guy said, I'm really starting to think about it. Whistleblowers have reported this stuff so many times. Let me know what you guys think, because there's so many possibilities on what this thing could be. I don't doubt this story at all, especially since so many soldiers report this.
Gather round, everyone. I got a story with a victory ending. I used to bartend and cocktail waitress for a sports bar that would get extremely packed on game days. And men would absolutely use like the packed bar as an excuse to try and just impregnate your jeans as they snuck by you. This particular day in question, I'd been cocktail waitressing for at least 8 hours and I'd been getting dry humped all day while just trying to do my job. So I'm out on the floor and I have my tray of drinks and I'm wearing one of those little waitress aprons, and this guy waves me over and I'm like, "Yeah, just a minute." I deliver the drinks and I go over to him and he starts to touch me and reach his hand under my apron. So I bap his hand away and I said, "Don't touch me. What can I get for you?" I thought that was pretty direct and clear. So he's like, no, wait, look. And he confused me for a second. I thought I had something falling out or hanging out or whatever. And he takes this moment to take his hand, reach it up underneath my apron, hook it in the front of my jeans and underwear with his other hand on my ass and yard me into his lap and hold me there. This dude was twice my age and twice my size. So now I'm pinned, I'm physically restrained on this dude while his hand is literally physically touching my crotch, and his buddies are standing around and laughing, but they didn't do it, so they're good guys, not all men. So I did the only thing that I could possibly think of to do, and that was to turn my upper body, which I did have control over, and just right hook him in the throat. And as if that wasn't glorious enough, as the dude is laying back, choking and gasping for air on the pool table that he was sitting on, I hop up on the pool table, flag down the bouncer to come get him out, and then I bend down and lean as I'm standing over him and he's gasping for air. I said, "Don't fucking touch me." Try Jesus, Don't try me, 'cause I throw hands.
Vehicle theft in Portland is really bad.
Oh yeah, if your car gets stolen in Portland, Oregon, you are completely on your own to find it. The police are not going to help you. So my neighbors to the left, when their car got stolen, they kept seeing it around town and they would call the police, but they would also chase it. They would get in car chases with their own car trying to get it back. And this happened a few times until finally the person who had stolen it just crashed it into a bus stop and ran. But the neighbors to the right of us, when their truck got stolen, they actually had a great idea in that they didn't report one of their credit cards as stolen right away. So they could just track the charges around town when people were like buying beer and clothes and stuff with it. So when they saw somebody buying beer at the Plaid Pantry really close by, they ran down there and grabbed the kid that stole their truck and then went to that kid's house and stole all their stuff back from that kid's house. And in this process, my neighbors had called the police on themselves saying they were going to break into a house, and the police were like, okay, you got like 20 minutes.
Oh, Lord.
A lot of people have been asking me to give a backstory of that TikTok, so in this video I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know, and also I'll be giving you an update on the entire situation. This situation took place in Texas when these two girls in the video I just showed stumbled across a dead body. The body that the two girls stumbled across was 25-year-old Marcus Adams, and it is reported that he took his own life. When the two girls stumbled across the body, one of the girls liked the chain that Marcus is wearing, and they decided to rob Marcus of his chain even though that he was deceased. Now I can't show the video of what the two girls recorded, but they posted that video all over Snapchat, and then they also made the TikTok I showed in the beginning. When Bethany Martin and her friend posted the video on their Snapchat, it blatantly showed them robbing the deceased man, and the video made its way to the police. They were arrested and charged with theft of a human corpse.
Prison guards of Reddit, what is the most extreme thing you ever saw happen in your prison? This is taking the word extreme to a different level, but when I was a prison guard, female working in a men's max, I worked in the kitchen. I tried to be firm, fair and consistent, and it worked. I mean, I went home whole every night. Somehow a few of the prisoners found out it was my birthday, and towards the middle of my shift they had me come around the office, and there on the table was a 4-layer industrial size cake with pink frosting. I was touched. They told me to get my piece before everyone else did, and not even 10 minutes later it was gone. I did a bit in Florida about 4 years ago. While I was inside, they let my cell block come into the common area to watch the iHeartRadio Awards. Never would have watched it on my own, but it was nice to have the distraction. This was the summer that Ariana Grande had that One Less Problem song, and she performed it right before J-Lo came to the stage. Now, I'm in with mostly Puerto Rican inmates, so J-Lo being on was a big goddamn deal. Some dude just loses his shit during the Ariana Grande song. Some of the dude said he was into little girls or something, and throws a very lightweight plastic chair at the TV. Didn't think it would do much damage, but it busted the LCD. Hell, broke loose. Dudes weren't gonna get a chance to see J-Lo's ass, and they wanted blood for it. I ran my gringo behind back to my cell, and a 60-man brawl ensued. All of this to say, in the midst of the insanity, one guy bit another guy's thumb off. And swallowed it.
Texas man attempted a mass shooting the other day by shooting into a crowd at a house party in Fort Worth. He killed one person and injured 3. The people at the house party then chased him and stoned him to death. They chased him a while, and it's unclear whether he fell or if they took him down, but he continued to fire at the crowd. A group picked up concrete landscaping bricks and started throwing them at the shooter, police said. He was struck with multiple rocks and bricks and pronounced dead at the scene. A shooter was stoned to death in Texas. There have been no arrests. Texas justice.
A 31-year-old female suspected my new boyfriend, a 32-year-old male, is transgender. Am I the asshole for wanting to ask him if this is the case? Hey, dating in 2021 is fun as hell. It's like everybody gets like a Cracker Jack box. You never know what's inside. You don't know if you're getting a D or a V or a little bit of both. Somewhere in the middle. Who knows? Oh, shit. I've been seeing a new guy for a few weeks now, and he is absolutely wonderful. Our personalities match so well. We both have a similar sense of humor, and we both seem to agree on the big things in a relationship. We've had several deep, serious, and frank conversations about what we like and dislike, our histories, because of some of the past missteps in relationships. I'm enjoying the fact that we're taking things slowly and getting to know each other so well before getting more physical. Taken on their own, each of the several things he told me in these conversations wouldn't even faze me, but together, I suspect he may have transitioned from female to male. Here were some of the things he told me. He has ED, and the typical meds don't work. He may be able to get surgery one day for an implant to allow erections. He takes monthly testosterone injections. Several years ago, he had some sort of chest surgery that severed nerve endings to his upper chest region and nipples. He has dealt with anorexia, depression, and anxiety in the past and still has depression that is well controlled. Yeah, it sounds pretty suspicious. It's kind of hitting all the red flags here, that's all I'm saying. Again, on their own, none of these will make me wonder, but together, along with his general personality and some mannerisms, I wonder if he has transitioned from female to male. Now, I will make this plain. Whether he is or is not trans, I very much so want to pursue our relationship. I've never met anyone that makes me is not trans. I very much so want to pursue our relationship. I've never met anyone that makes me feel as wonderful as he does. He makes me want to be better. He challenges me and lifts me up. He's kind, funny, and sexy as hell. I'm falling in love with him. Without making him uncomfortable, how do I let him know it's okay if he is trans? Now, I will say this. If he is not trans, this is going to be a blow to his ego. If you tell a man that you think he used to be a woman, that's going to hurt. But it sounds like you're right on the money here. It will be hard at this point to imagine that he's not trans with all of the information that you provided. So I think you are absolutely correct. The best way to approach the situation is just honestly. That's all you can do. You are not the asshole for wondering these things because it makes a lot of sense. Start off with the fact that you do not care whether or not he is trans. That way you completely remove that issue from his mind when you start the conversation. Then go on to ask him the question. Now, this is not guarantee he's going to react well, but at least you can move forward with the conversation in an honest and positive way and show your support in the beginning without him having to listen to your whole spiel and the whole time wondering if you're getting ready to break up with him. And that's all you can do. After that, the ball will be in his court. There's a joke somewhere about the ball in his court, but I'm not gonna do it. Hit that follow button and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. The links are in the bio. I am Joe Stone. Bow.
Hello.
I'm inside your house.
Okay. Yellow.
Why did you hang up? Why did you hang up on me?
If you're inside my house, just come talk to me.
I'm in the closet.
Oh, you're gay? That's cool.
No, I'm not gay.
No, it's alright, my cousin's gay.
No, I'm not gay. I'm literally in your closet.
Wait, really? Who is this?
Come find out.
Where are you?
Are you stupid or something? I just said I'm in your closet.